What's up, guys? We should be good. Should be live. I'm back, baby. I was gone for a few days. I think my last stream was on Tuesday of last week, so it's been about a week since I've streamed. But yeah, went up to California this past weekend. First time ever getting on a flight. It was very interesting. Wasn't my favorite. It was like a 5-hour flight. I wasn't a fan, honestly. Like sitting in a flight for 5 hours. But yeah, we had a trip up to California. Saw the Alcatraz prison. Went to a Warriors game. That was cool. But back home and back to the grind, baby. We got a 14-game slate today, so there's gonna be some chaos if I had to guess. We're gonna be keeping an eye on news over the next hour or so. Keeping an eye on starting lineups. Should get some news during this stream, and hopefully we can snipe some plays. Yeah, it's a big slate. I think there's no games tomorrow for Christmas Eve, and then you have the traditional Christmas Day slate. But like almost every team's playing today, so it's gonna be hectic. But we're gonna talk through some plays for today, guys. I'll probably give out at least one slip on stream, maybe two. We do have tacos for today because it's Taco Tuesday, and the SGA taco, it looks like it stays up for like another hour or so. So we'll definitely put in a slip with that for sure, and we'll try and find some plays to pair with that. But hope you guys all had a good weekend. Hope you guys all have a good Christmas. I probably won't stream again until like after Christmas. I doubt I'm gonna do a stream on Christmas Day. Probably I'm just gonna not be home. I'll be with family, so probably won't be able to do anything on Christmas. But I should have videos for the Christmas Day NBA games, for the NFL games too. So be on the lookout for videos, but probably no streams until I'd assume like Friday. I probably won't be back streaming until Friday. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for tonight, go ahead and throw those in chat, and we'll answer some questions, talk through some plays. Probably go live till about 7, so probably going to end the stream about 7 Eastern. We'll be live for about an hour. What's up, Bag Boy Kennels? What's up, Michael, Aaron, Matthew? What's up, fellas? Is a Shea Taco good? I think so. I mean, it's a 6-point discount off of what his normal line is. In the end, all discounts are going to be good. Obviously, not every discount is going to hit. But when you're getting a 5, 6, 7-point discount off of a prop, it's going to be a good bet, in the end. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed to hit, but it's still something you should take. What should we vote for the last taco of the day on Twitter? I did see that. Let's see here. Where's it at? So the last taco you got, DeMar DeRozan, 3.5-point discount on his points prop. KD, 4-point discount on his points prop. Paulo, 6-point discount on his PRA, and then Cade Cunningham, 6-point discount on his PRA. I probably would take one of the PRA lines, so Paulo or Cade. I feel like I'd have to look at like odds and stuff. I'll say Paulo. I'll vote Paulo. Looks like KD's probably going to win though. People love just taking like, the star player. Figured KD would win that. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a KD prop. What up, Brandon? What up, Michael? Cali, baby, my state. Yeah, I don't know. Cali was interesting. We went to San Francisco, so like, it's a different area. I live in South Carolina, and things are it's a completely different world in Cali compared to like South Carolina. But yeah, we were in San Francisco. I don't know. There's some areas, in San Francisco that were not the best. Not the best. I'll say that. VJ Edge comes out. Yeah, VJ Edge comes out, and there's some other guys out for the Sixers. Quentin Grimes is out. Who else is out? Dominic Barlow. Philadelphia's pretty thin tonight. They got a lot of guys out, but they got like a lot of their main guys. Like Maxi's playing. Embiid is supposed to play. We'll keep an eye on that. Paul George is playing. I'm hoping I can find those same lines on Underdog and Honest Odds. I'm not using Prizepicks right now. Are you talking about, what lines are you talking about specifically? If you're talking about like the tacos, you're not going to find those anywhere else. The discounts at least. You like anything from the 76ers? So they are pretty depleted tonight. I'm interested to see if they've added any props for other guys. So it looks like they have some props up on Jabari Walker, Jared McCain. What about Justin Edwards? It's going to depend on starting lineup. I'm guessing Justin Edwards will start, and I'm guessing Jared McCain will start. I mean, Jared McCain has historically been like a pretty productive player when he gets opportunity. Now, he's going to be playing a lot of minutes alongside Maxey and George and Embiid. But, like, I could definitely see Jared McCain playing, like, 34, 35 minutes here. Without Edge coming, without Grimes, like, they need somebody to fill in those minutes. Like, I'd assume if you looked at, like, McCain's games with, like, 30-plus minutes, he's probably gone over some of these lines a good, majority of the time. I don't hate that on Jared McCain. I think that there's some value there. It's not my favorite play, but he should have to play a lot without Grimes and without Edgecombe. Probably, I would say probably PRAs, maybe points, honestly. Points might be a little bit better than PRA, although he is favored to get 7 RA. And he does have RA upside. But yeah, between those PRA points props, like those are probably one of the props I'd like the most on the Sixers. But a lot of these lines have been inflated because of the injury news. So like there's not too much value here, in my opinion. But we'll keep an eye on their starting lineup. We should get the Sixers starting lineup during the stream, and then we can maybe make some decisions then. The Michael Porter one is scary. The Taco, I mean, yeah, if you want to have your opinions, you can. Like I've said before, in the end, all tacos are good bets. Like, you're getting at least for the SGA taco, you're getting a 6-point discount off of what his, normal line is. Can he still miss this 36.5 PRA line? He absolutely can miss this, but it's one of those plays that's going to hit more times than it misses. You like any Sandro props? I mean, without Pirtle, he's going to play a good amount. His lines are obviously kind of inflated already for Pirtle being out. But, like, I'm sure if you looked at, like, his games this year without Pirtle, he's probably been good. Let's see how you spell it. Kelashvii. Let's see. So, I mean, let's see. The computer's being a little slow. So the last 3 games that Pirtle has missed, Mamu's played 37 minutes, 36 minutes, and 30 minutes. So he's getting the minutes for sure. If I had to pick a prop that's like my favorite, maybe defensive rebounds. Like that could be interesting. He's typically, I want to say he's not much of an offensive rebounder. And if he gets 7 rebounds, you would think he's going to have like 5 defensive rebounds. Maybe that, like that's a weird one, but honestly that might be my favorite play on Mamu right there. I mean, he's had 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds last 4 games without Pirtle. How many of those were offensive and defensive, I don't know, but yeah. I want to say Miami's actually been pretty bad on the glass this year too. Like they've been giving up a lot of rebounds to centers, I think. Jokic over 13.5 rebounds, what you think? That line probably feels right to me. I mean, his line's at 12.5 on Prizepicks. Yeah, I don't see much value there, honestly. I want to say Dallas has been, mediocre on the glass this year, but also they've played a lot of games without Anthony Davis. So, like with Anthony Davis, how will they perform on the glass? You would think they'd be better. I'm pretty sure last time Jokic faced Dallas, though, he had like 18 rebounds or some shit. Let me see. I want to say I remember that. Somebody asked me about his rebounds prop that day, and he had 20 rebounds last time he faced Dallas. And I think Anthony Davis played in that game. That's a tough one. I really don't have much of a take there. San Francisco's bad, bro. I stay about an hour away. Yeah, it was something. I've never seen anything like that. Like I've been to Atlanta, like downtown Atlanta, and like there's sketchy areas in downtown Atlanta, but like San Francisco, man, whoo, like there's some areas like I just don't even want to go near. I mean, I literally saw a dude shitting on the street. Like I've never seen that before in my life. There was literally a dude shitting on the street. Like it's just shit I've never seen. First flight ever, and you did a 6-hour flight? Yeah, first flight ever. and it was 6 hours. The flight there was brutal, like it just dragged, but the flight back was way better. We flew out of Cali at 1, landed in Charlotte at like 9. So I mean, it was dark, it was nighttime for like 3/4 of the flight. I tried to sleep a little bit. I couldn't fall asleep though. But the flight there was like a little bit over 5 hours. The flight back was like 4 hours. It was definitely better on the way back. But yeah, first time ever flying. I'm 26 years old and first time ever getting on a plane. But definitely want to try and travel to new areas for sure. That's something me and my fiance are going to try and do, is travel more. Because, really when we go places, like we go to Atlanta, we go to Charlotte, because like those are driving distance. We have never gotten on a plane and gone anywhere. But I think that's going to change now that we kind of are familiar with the airport and like how security works and everything like that. That was something that I was worried about. Like I'm not familiar with the airport whole thing with security and all that, having to check bags. Like that was all new to me. Okay, we just got where Joel Embiid is available to play. So Embiid is playing tonight. You always got to worry about Embiid, even when he's like probable. He'll still sit, but yeah, he's playing tonight. I'm in North Carolina. Shout out to the Carolinas. Shout out to the Carolinas. All my fellow North Carolina, South Carolina people in here, shout out. What's up, brother? It's Reed. What's up, Reed? What's up? 2-man of the day, Montas Bazelis, over 13.5 points. Khalil Ware, over 13.5 points, I assume. Good luck with that one, bag boy. Good luck with that one. I'm liking Giddey with Daniels out and likely being a high-paced game. Yeah, that Hawks-Bulls game should be very high-scoring. The total in that game is like 253, which is like one of the highest totals I've ever seen in an NBA game. And the Bulls and Hawks just played a couple days ago, and the final score was like 150 to 152. Like I wouldn't expect 300 points again, but it's a possibility. Both those teams like to play fast. They're not that good defensively. Steven Adams rebounds, no Zubac tonight. I don't hate that. Adams, a lot of his minutes should match up with the second unit, so he might match up against Nicholas Batum a lot, because the Clippers are probably going to run some small ball lineups with Batum at center. The only thing I worry about is just when Şengün's healthy, how much can Steven Adams really play? Like he might only play like 14, 15 minutes, but he should be able to be pretty good on the boards in this spot. I don't hate that play. Do you ever stack a slip on Prizepicks like 2 to 3 players in one game? If I did that tonight, what game would you stack? I really don't stack too often unless there's like an injury situation and I just want to, really lean into, if there's like a player that I think is going to be out, take a lot of the guys overs who would benefit. I get what you're saying though about stacking. I've seen people do that on Prizepicks where they play a lot of overs in one game, and like if the game is high scoring and competitive, there's a chance that like all those overs could hit. I mean, realistically or theoretically, the best game environment tonight is Bulls and Hawks. 254 total, 3-point spread. Like if you're gonna take overs, that's the game that looks the best, but obviously the lines are kind of inflated for that. But I mean, if there's any game tonight that should be really high scoring and competitive, it's Hawks and Bulls. I say that, and then that game will be a blowout. But if there's any game that could be a shootout, that would be the one. Giddey 8.5 assists over. Haven't looked too much at that one, but again, it's just lean into that game environment. I think that's fine. It's going to be such a high scoring competitive game. It should be at least. I want to say his assist numbers when he's playing alongside Kobe White aren't as good, but he did have 12 assists in this matchup last time they played a couple days ago. I would have to look though at his assist numbers with and without Kobe White. I feel like they're probably worse with Kobe White playing, but Giddey's going to do a lot of ball handling. It's a good matchup. It's a fast-paced game. Should be high scoring. I don't hate that play. Did you go near the Giants ballpark? We did. We did go near the Giants ballpark. We didn't couldn't go in it or anything, or couldn't walk around it, but we saw it. So that was cool. It looks like a nice ballpark. I've heard that Oracle is a really nice park. But we did go to the Chase Center. Went to the Warriors-Suns game on Saturday. That was awesome. That's a really nice arena, is the Chase Center. I've only been to 2 NBA arenas my whole life. I've been to Hawks and Hornets. That's it. So this is the first time ever like traveling to a new arena. That was a great game too. It was down to the wire. Warriors won like on the last possession. I think the Suns were down 3 and they had to throw up a 3 and missed it. But it was a great game. I asked this today in the Discord, you like Adams, Smith Jr., or Şengün rebounds without Zubac playing? Someone just asked about Steven Adams. I mean, I think Steven Adams, a lot of his minutes are going to match up against the second unit probably when Brook Lopez is off the floor. So like if Adams is going to be playing a lot of minutes with Batum at center or whoever else they throw out there, like I think Adams could be effective on the boards. Now Adams is not going to play a lot of minutes, but per minute he should rebound well in that matchup. Need you to take more flights, bro? You cooked that slip the other day. Yeah. So Thursday was the day that we flew to Cali, and I was on my laptop posting my Patreon plays on the flight. And we went 6 for 6. Like I bought like the hour flight thing, like so I'd have Wi-Fi for like an hour, and I just started cooking on the flight, and yeah, 6 for 6. So maybe I need to take more flights. Maybe there's some luck there. Thoughts on Jalen Johnson tonight? It's tough because Jalen Johnson's been so good this year, but obviously Trey's back now. The matchup's great. The game environment's great. The pace of the game's great. Like, there's nothing you can really say negative about Jalen Johnson except for the fact that Trey's back and maybe he, loses a little bit of usage. But like, Jalen Johnson's been one of the best players in the league this year. Like I don't know if he could even qualify for most improved player, but you got to think he's one of the most improved players. His lines feel correct to me, but like, if you told me he went over 45.5 PRA, I wouldn't be surprised. But I do think with Trey back, I'd be a little hesitant on Jalen Johnson just because I think he could lose a little bit of usage. Historically, he's not been as productive playing alongside Trey versus playing with Trey. But again, like the matchup's great, pace of the game's great. These are the type of spots that Jalen Johnson typically does well in. Finally made it to a live stream. Optimus here, loving the stream, bro. What's up, Optimus? What's up, my man? Thanks for tuning into the stream. What's up, Noah from Charlotte, North Carolina? What's up, J-Lo? What's up, my man? Yeah, we go to Charlotte probably once or twice a year. Usually try and catch a game, just because it's only a couple hours away. Man, if the damn Panthers make the playoffs, I kind of want to go to a playoff game. Because I feel like a playoff game for the Panthers, like, I saw clips from the game last week, the Bucks game. I mean, it was loud up in there. The Panthers fans, I mean, they've had nothing to root for 3-4 years, and now the team is actually playing well. Would be cool to go to a playoff game there, if they make it. Reeves RA, no Luka. I'd be a little bit worried about Reeves tonight because he is dealing with an injury. Now, he's available to play, but he's dealing with a calf injury, and I want to say he missed practice. He didn't get a full practice in. Like, he was a partial participant in Monday's practice. Like, there's a chance Reeves could be limited. And I want to say his lines, I think his PRA line earlier today was 38.5, and it dropped to 34.5. So, like, the market has started to bet against Reeves tonight, which I'd be a little bit worried about that. I think there's a possibility Reeves plays. I think there's a possibility he doesn't play like 38 minutes. He only plays like 30 or 32. And if his minutes are not quite full, then, there's not much upside there. Obviously, he could still be really productive without Luka, but I'd be a little bit hesitant on Reeves props. I think there's a possibility he could be limited, given, he didn't even get a full practice in on Monday. Okay, we just got word Klay Thompson's out. Max Creasy's out. I believe they were doubtful, so that shouldn't matter too much. That was already expected. Chase Center is really nice for real. It really is. It really is. Definitely the nicest arena I've been to between Chase Center, Charlotte, and Atlanta. It's by far the nicest. Kalkbrenner out. Do you like Bagley over rebounds? So a lot of Bagley's lines are gonna. Well, they don't even have Bagley props up on Prizepicks, but a lot of Bagley's lines are gonna be they're going to look good because of his recent games, but you got to remember, a lot of his recent games he was playing without Alex Sarr. So with Alex Sarr back, there's not as much upside there. But, I mean, I don't know what Charlotte's going to do when it comes to a backup center. I don't even know if they have a backup center on the roster because Mason Plumlee's out too. I guess they'll play Tijon Salon as their backup center. Like, I really have no idea. So, I mean, you could definitely see Charlotte play him some small ball, which theoretically should be solid for... who'd you ask about for Bagley's rebounds? Is Bagley... I thought Bagley was on the injury report, but I think he's playing. Yeah, he's playing. Okay. I'm looking for a 2-man for my 15 lineup. What's the best choice for tonight? No, let's cook up some plays. Let's find some plays. So we're going to definitely play the SGA Taco because even if it doesn't hit, it's a good play. I mean, you're getting a 6-point discount on what his line is, or what his 50-50 average line is. We just got where PJ Washington remains questionable. That was one that I was waiting on because I think Najee Marshall could really benefit here if PJ Washington's out. They have him at 25.5 fantasy, 21.5 PRA. They're already pretty thin. Dallas is. Like, they don't have Clay, they don't have Max Christie, they don't have Dwight Powell. PJ Washington's questionable. Let's see, who else is there? I think there's other guys out. Brandon Williams is questionable too for Dallas. I mean, PJ Washington or Najee Marshall's been starting, and he's been playing pretty good minutes. His minutes would get even higher if PJ Washington's out. And I think there's a possibility that Washington could miss here. It's their second night of a back-to-back. He's had injury history this year. I kind of like Najee Marshall over 25.5 fantasy. This is one of those plays that I think, if PJ Washington plays, it can still hit. And if PJ Washington's out, I feel really good about it. So I like that as a play for today. We'll put that in the slip. And then let's see if we can find maybe one or two more plays. Let's see. There's a couple other ones that I was looking at. Like, I want to say Kevin Huerter's minutes they've been going up. And just, like, I kind of like leaning into that Atlanta-Chicago game environment. Just, expecting it to be a high-scoring, competitive game. Kevin Huerter's played at least 20 minutes in 4 straight games. Now, Chicago's dealt with a lot of injuries this year, and they're kind of fully healthy now. But even with everybody healthy last game, you still got, 25 minutes? Or 21 minutes from Kevin Huerter? Like, I kind of like 18.5 fantasy. I want to say his PRA line is like, it's like 15.5, I think. 16.5 demon line. His normal line's 15.5. I kind of like that play. Let's see if we can find something else. It's not one that I'm very confident in, so I don't want to just throw it out there. The Najee play I do really like, though, and I think if PJ Washington gets ruled out, that's going to be even better. Let's see. Tyler Kolek, so his fantasy was at 27.5 earlier today, and it got bumped down. Tyler Kolek's going to play a ton, I think, because they have no other guards. I gave out his over 6.5 assist on YouTube last night. That's still available. I kind of like this fantasy line, though. Like, he's a pretty good per-minute producer. Like, I know he probably hasn't played a lot of minutes. Like, the sample without Brunson, without McBride, without Shamet, like, it's really small. Like, he hasn't played a lot of minutes without those guys. But I know he's been really good from a fantasy perspective. Let me see if I can pull this up. So let's see here. We'll put it on the main screen. So this year, Tyler Kolek is averaging 0.77. Oh, wait, refreshed. He's averaging 0.81 fantasy points per minute this season. But then if you look at the minutes he's played without Jalen Brunson, his fantasy points per minute, it really don't go up that much, 0.82. But then if we take a look at minutes without McBride as well, because McBride's also out, it goes up to 0.91. So, I mean, he's close to a fantasy point per minute player without McBride, without Brunson. He probably plays 32 minutes, 33 minutes. Like, the Knicks have no guards healthy tonight. Okay, Jordan Poole just got ruled out, so this is one I was looking at. Yeah, I like this. I was waiting for that injury news on Jordan Poole. I don't know if they're going to pull this line on Jeremiah Fears, but without Jordan Poole, I think Jeremiah Fears really benefits. Let's do this. This will be our official stream slip for today. This will be a 3-pick. Get this in while you can. And then we might try and find another slip. I'm going to post this in my Discord for those that want to tail. They might pull this line on Jeremiah Fears, but maybe not. But I definitely think without Poole now, he does benefit. And then let's see if I can. Are they going to put up another taco? I would say if they put up another taco, we could find another prop for that, but I don't think they're going to put one up. They're probably not going to put one up till after the stream. Let's see. Yeah, I think the next taco isn't going up till later. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can find maybe another slip. But that's a slip I like if you guys can get it in. It's the SGA taco with Najee Marshall over fantasy. And then we just got word that Jordan Poole's out, which makes me like Jeremiah Fears over fantasy. 24.5. I mean, if you look at Jeremiah Fears this year without Jordan Poole, he's played a good amount. His minutes, I want to say his minutes have come down the last few games, but those games have been with Poole. Like, you know, last few games, 24 minutes, 22 minutes, 20 minutes, but I'm pretty sure Poole played in all those. Without Poole, 36 minutes, 27 minutes, 34 minutes, 34 minutes, 33 minutes. So, like, yeah, minutes should be way up for Jeremiah Fears here. Okay, we're getting some starting lineups. Nets will start Igor, Mann, Porter Jr. Okay, that's expected. Maxey, McCain, George, Walker, and Embiid. So Jabari Walker's starting. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if the books were expecting Jabari Walker to start or if they were expecting Edwards to start. I don't know if there's really much value in these. Maybe over 5.5 rebounds for Jabari Walker as a starter. Like, I think that's okay. Let's look at his game log as a starter this year. Probably got to take this with a grain of salt because I'm sure some of these games were without Embiid. I mean, yeah, even in the games he has started this year, he hasn't really played a lot, but you got to take that with a grain of salt because, you know, they just don't have a lot of guys right now. I mean, I don't see much value there, but yeah, Jabari Walker starting for the Sixers and Jared McCain starting, which that was kind of expected. Let's see if we can find another slip. I was talking about Tyler Kolek before the Poole news came out, and I kind of like that Tyler Kolek prop just because they're so thin at guard that Kolek's going to play a lot, and he's historically been like pretty productive when he gets minutes. So I kind of like this as a play. What else? What else? What else? There wasn't really much else that I saw that I loved. Let's see what comments we got. Would you take Knuppel over points tonight? I took his over fantasy. That was a play that I gave out on Patreon today. We got, for like one of the rare occasions, we got negative CLV on that prop. I took him over 33.5. The line's 32.5 now. I was expecting LaMelo to sit today, but he's not. He's going to play. It's a great matchup, though, for Con. It's a great matchup in general, facing Washington. I'm assuming his points prop is like 17.5 or 18.5. 18.5. I mean, yeah, Khan's been scoring a ton lately. The matchup's great. I will say, though, like, some of these games were without LaMelo, I think. But if you told me he went over, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I think his lines are kind of set correctly, though, with LaMelo playing. I was expecting LaMelo to be out, which is kind of why I took his over. Which, technically, I guess we could take that since, you know, the line's better now. But since I already played it once, I'm not going to play it again. How do you like Scotty Barnes over fantasy tonight? I'm on the fence with him. What's his line at? 43. That feels about correct on Scotty Barnes. But, like, Miami's a good matchup. Miami's playing really fast this year. I feel like that's a pretty accurate line on Scotty, though. I don't see much value there. Somebody said Fear's already pulled on Underdog. Yeah, Underdog typically pulls props a lot faster than Prizepicks does. Okay, his fantasy did get bumped 1 point. But yeah, I did like that play without pull. Thought there was value there. No Najee fantasy on Underdog. Would you take his PRA at 22.5? Probably not, because Najee can get steals and blocks. So, like, fantasy's probably a better bet in my opinion. Like, he's had games with 1 steal, 2 steals. Hasn't had any blocks. He's typically like a low turnover guy too. Like, he typically doesn't get a lot of turnovers. I mean, if he goes over 25.5 fantasy, he probably goes over that PRA line too, but there's definitely a chance that, you know, he has like 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and then like 2 steals, which that would put him over fantasy, but not PRA. So it's, I don't know. I feel better about fantasy. If you have access to fantasy on Prizepicks, like, that's better. There's going to be better value there. You like Ryan Nembhard with Clay and Christie out? Nembhard should play a good amount, especially if Brandon Williams is out as well. Brandon Williams is still questionable, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. If Brandon Williams gets ruled out, I think that's sneaky good for Ryan Nembhard. But yeah, no Clay, no Christie. That definitely opens up minutes in the backcourt. Nembhard's minutes have been down lately. Like, he's not playing the 33, 34 minutes that he was playing a couple weeks ago. But without Clay and Christie, he probably gets like 25, 26 minutes. If Brandon Williams is out too, he could play like 30, 32 minutes. So I would say be on the lookout for that Brandon Williams news, because that's kind of sneaky good for Ryan Nembhard if he doesn't play. Is Wemby playing? I don't think we know yet, but I believe he participated in shoot-around. So Wemby should be playing. He participated in shoot-around. Let me see if I can find a couple more plays, though, to pair with this Kolek prop, because I do like this prop on Kolek. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more injury news. It's kind of been quiet for a 14-game slate. We're still waiting for starting lineups for some of these later games, which we're probably not going to get those during the stream. Still waiting for Darius Garland news. I think he was expected to play, though. But if he doesn't play, that's definitely going to be good for Donovan. It's hard doing these streams like so late during the, you know, right before games start, because that's when like a lot of the lines are kind of already, you know, adjusted. A lot of the value comes from like injury news. If you can get plays with injury news this time of the day, it's really good. But it's tough because like a lot of these lines, like almost all these lines were different earlier today than what they are now. Like we took Mikal under 39.5, and that, you know, that's got nuked down. I think Vassell was at 22.5 earlier today. That got nuked up. It's tough, man. I don't see much I like. Maybe we'll just run 1 slip today. I was going to try and do 2, but I really don't want to force it, because like a lot of these plays I'm just iffy on. I do like this Kolek prop, though. I think Kolek's going to play a lot tonight. just because they have no one else. But yeah, I think we might just do one stream slip today. We'll see if we get any more news over the next like 20 minutes. But yeah, for now, I think we'll just run one slip. And I'll answer some more questions for the next 20 minutes or so till about 7 o'clock. So if you guys have any more questions, you can throw those in chat. What about Sandro's fantasy score? That was one that I was kind of eyeing. He has been really good. Like, let's take a look at his fantasy. Let me see. Pull this up. Okay, we just got the Hornets starting lineup. Ball, Khan, Miller, Bridges, Diabate. So that's as expected. So this is Mamu's fantasy without Pirtle. 32.5, 32.4, 40.1, 26. I mean, he's gone under in some of these games, but like, look at the minutes, the games he went under. So with the, this year with at least 27 minutes without Pirtle, he's over that fantasy in 3 out of 5 games. One game he went under by like half a point, and the other game he had 21.8. I don't hate that play on Mamu. He's historically been like a good producer when he gets minutes. And as you can see, without Pirtle, the minutes have been pretty good lately. 30, 36, 37. Last 3 games without Pirtle. I don't hate that play, Jason. I think that's fine. Bub Carrington over 9.5. Y'all like it? I'd be a little cautious on Bub Carrington lines. His lines are probably going to be lower today because the Wizards have a lot of guys back. So, like, I want to say Chris Middleton's been out the last couple games, but he's back today. I think they've had some other guys out too. So like Bub's been playing more, mainly because of Middleton being out. Bub's been playing more, but now with Middleton back, he's probably going to go to the bench and play less minutes. So I'd just be a little cautious there. He still could go over 9.5 points, but a lot of these games where he went over, he was starting those games. Today, I don't think he'll be starting. Could be wrong, but I don't think he will. Or actually, I think we actually have the starting lineup, and I think he's not starting. Let me check that real quick. I thought I saw the Wizards starting lineup earlier. Koulibaly, McCollum, George, Middleton, Sarr. Yeah, so Bub's going back to the bench. So that would make me a little cautious, just a little. What app do you use for injury news? You got to get on Twitter or X. That's going to be the best place for news. Follow this account, Underdog NBA. They tweet out all the injury news, all the starting lineups. Just turn on notifications for their account, and every time they tweet, you'll get notified. That's the quickest way to get injury news and starting lineups as well. So, yeah, go follow them. What about Onyeka Okongwu over 40.5 fantasy or PR line? It's a really good spot for Okongwu. The Bulls, they give up a lot of points in the paint. They've been a good matchup for centers. I'm sure, if I had to guess, he had a really good game against Chicago. Yeah, 46 fantasy points. Again, like, Okongwu's lines, the books are really heavily juicing lines in this game because of the high total, because of the close spread. Like, Okongwu's fantasy is typically like 35.5, 36.5, but because of this spot, his lines are all the way up at 40.5, which that feels about right to me. But if you told me Okongwu had a great game again, like, I wouldn't be surprised because it is a really good matchup for centers. The Bulls don't rebound at all. They give up a lot of points in the paint. So there's definitely paths to Okongwu playing well. And I'm pretty sure they don't have Mo Gay. So without Mo Gay, like, he could play 37, 38 minutes, which I want to say last game he played like a shit ton of minutes. Yeah, he played 39, almost 40 minutes last game. The matchup's great, though, for Okongwu, no doubt. So if he had success, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think the lines are inflated enough to where I'm just a little hesitant to go there. Let's see here. I might go ahead and wrap up the stream because, like, it's just, I don't see really any other plays I'm loving. But we did give out one other slip today, so hopefully you guys were able to get that one in. But I think for for now, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream, guys. We were live for about 45 minutes, so pretty long stream today. Was hoping we'd get some more injury news today because it's such a big slate, but it's kind of been a quiet news hour. But yeah, that's what I got for tonight. We got one stream slip. Hopefully it goes 3 for 3. Again, we had SGA's Taco. We took that. We took Najee Marshall over 25.5 fantasy. I'm kind of hoping PJ Washington doesn't play because I think that makes that play look better. But even if he does play, I think it's still okay. And then we took Jeremiah Fears over 24.5 fantasy right when Jordan Poole got ruled out. So there's definitely value there. That line got bumped up. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream here, guys. 45-minute stream today. Pretty long one. Answered a lot of questions. Cooked up a slip. Let's see if we can win some money tonight. And I will see you guys probably on Friday because tomorrow is Wednesday, Christmas Eve, Thursday, Christmas. Not going to do a stream those days. But Friday I should be back with a stream. Probably same time, 6 o'clock Eastern. Let's see when the games start on Friday. So 7 o'clock start time on Friday with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 games. So yeah, we'll probably go live from maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, maybe 6:30. We'll see. But yeah, be on the lookout for a stream Friday, and then I'll definitely have videos for the Christmas Day NBA games and for Christmas Day NFL games. Those will probably go up either later tonight or tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those guys. But yeah, that's what I got for tonight. Let's win some money, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, everybody.